JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 53-year-old man arrested after a gun is found hidden in a tree at his home. A 53-year-old man is in custody following the seizure of a firearm during an operation at his home in Blenheim District and over on Saturday, June 19. Reports from the Kingsville police are that about 6 a.m., the gun, a .38 Ruger revolver containing 6 rounds of ammunition, was found in a tree in the accused man's yard during a search of the premises. The man's identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Woman robbed and raped in St. Catherine by a man she met on dating app. A St. Catherine man is on the run after allegedly raping and robbing a 23-year-old woman on Friday after they met on popular dating app Badoo. The incident occurred in Riversdale near Bogwalk in St. Catherine. According to police sources, sometime after the woman who resides in the corporate area had been interacting with the man on the app, she went to visit him in Riversdale. While there, the man reportedly pulled a gun on the woman and dragged her into bushes, where he sexually assaulted her. During the ordeal, the woman was also robbed of her valuables, but was later released. The matter was reported to the St. Catherine North Police, who are investigating the incident. 8 murders in 3 weeks in central Kingston. 48-year-old taxi operator, the latest victim. Residents of central Kingston are again mourning following the killing of a 48-year-old taxi driver. Christopher Thompson was murdered in his community by unknown assailants about 9:30 Saturday night. Reports are that Thompson went to buy food on Tex Lane when he was approached by a gunman. The gunman reportedly opened fire, hitting Thompson multiple times. The police say the assailant escaped on foot in the community. Thompson was reportedly taken to the hospital by the police, where he was pronounced dead. Community sources believe Thompson is the latest casualty of the ongoing turf war between the genocide and dark side gangs in central Kingston. Only 2 hours before Thompson was slain, 22-year-old Malik All, otherwise called Delano, was shot and killed at the corner of Tower Street and McQuinney Street. It's believed that Hall's killing is linked to the ongoing turf war. Preliminary reports are that shortly before 7 p.m., Hall was at the corner of Tower Street and McQuinney Street when armed men approached in a vehicle. The men reportedly alighted from the vehicle and opened fire, hitting Hall multiple times. It's believed Hall died on the spot. This is the 8th murder in the police division in 3 weeks. Driver in Bogwalk Gorge crash granted $300,000 bail. The driver of the motor car that crashed into a minibus in the Bogwalk Gorge that resulted in the death of a woman has been granted bail in the sum of $300,000 in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. 21-year-old Malik Winter, a laborer for Cheesefield, Linstead address in St. Catherine, was granted bail on condition that he reappear in court on September 17, 2021, when the case of manslaughter will again be mentioned. He is charged with the death of 59-year-old Valerie Ennis, a laborer of the White House housing scheme in the parish. The crash happened about 9:30 a.m. on June 8. The police reported that Ennis was among passengers in a Toyota Hiace minibus that was heading towards Linstead from Spanish Town. It is further reported that while traveling along the roadway, a Toyota Fielder motor car, which was being driven by Winter, overtook a line of traffic and crashed into the minibus. The impact caused the bus to careen into the Rye. At least 8 persons, including Winter and a passenger in the Toyota Fielder, sustained injuries. Ennis, who was ejected from the minibus and was taken from the river by divers, was pronounced dead at hospital. An investigation was launched, which resulted in Winter's arrest. Cops gain ground in central Kingston. The police have arrested at least 8 persons who have played an active role in the ongoing war between rival gangs in central Kingston, according to Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson. He also said that in the past 2 weeks, his officers have recovered close to a dozen illegal firearms and more than 100 rounds of ammunition from operations conducted in the crime-torn police division. He was speaking at an emergency press briefing at Jamaica House yesterday. Anderson said that during a tour of central Kingston last Friday, he saw community feeling violence fatigue that really wants to stop the carnage. Normally when you have this fatigue, things start to calm down when the community has had enough and are willing to work with the police, and we're seeing that now. We have mobilized extra support from the JDF, and we have repositioned some of our own resources to hold some space to deny the gangs the freedom of movement that they perhaps had. We're also directed targeting those gang members to get them into custody, and also the people who are supporting them abroad through our partners, he said. The Kingston Central Police Division has recorded 31 murders in 2021, an increase of 7% when compared to the corresponding period last year. Shootings have gone up nearly 30%, police data show. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has acknowledged the calls for a zone of special operations ZOZO to be declared in the division. We now have 5 ZOZOs. We're building capacity, we're getting greater know-how, and we'll soon be able to scale up. We have targeted 20 communities, of which communities in central Kingston are included. So it may not be today, but somewhere down the road, some of those communities in central Kingston will be declared, he said. Struggling mother of 3 gets keys to her own home. Relief came on Friday for 43-year-old Charmaine Lewis of Pedro District in Point Hill, St. Catherine, when she was handed the keys to a new 3-bedroom house under the government's Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment Hope program. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who handed over the unit to Lewis, said it is a well-deserved benefit for the single mom who was raising 3 boys in a substandard one-room structure. It is a symbol of hope for other people who might be in similar circumstances, whose housing and shelter solutions are substandard, and those living under inhumane conditions, Holness said. We know, we see, and we care, and as fast as we can, we will respond. $500 million has been allocated to the National Social Housing Program, and that amount will be maintained or expanded in the next fiscal year. Holness emphasized the government's commitment to creating affordable housing solutions for Jamaicans in planned settings, while warning against squatting and the mushrooming of illegal settlements. The government has committed to building 70,000 housing units over its 5-year term, some of which will be priced between $15 million and $25 million. But the nub of Jamaica's housing crisis, with around a third of the population estimated to be squatters, is that thousands of citizens are unable to purchase homes because of meteoric prices and cannot qualify for viable mortgages under the state-owned National Housing Trust. However, the Prime Minister said that his administration would seek to carve out housing for low to middle-income Jamaicans ranging from $3 million to $6 million, even if its infrastructure was basic. Holness has been on a campaign to drive down housing costs by urging construction professionals to consider cheaper options than block and steel. However, Jamaicans have been largely averse to the take-up of alternative building materials, believing that traditional concrete homes are safer and more socially respectable. Developers have also been resistant to tap public funding to construct low-price housing. More than 300 persons have registered to participate in the low-cost housing design competition, which will end in August. The Prime Minister said that housing solutions at Bernard Lodge, with an initial 3,000 units, will go for $15 million, while Catherine Estates will be priced in the range of $6 million. A new development will also begin soon at Innswood. Meanwhile, Lewis expressed gratitude for a brand new home, praising both Holness and St. Catherine West Central Member of Parliament, Dr. Christopher Tufton, for responding to her situation. I thank you for doing this for me and my family. I very much appreciate your support during this challenging time, she said, imploring the whole program to continue transforming the lives of needy Jamaicans. The 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit with open living and dining room and an enclosed kitchen was constructed at a cost of $8 million on lands passed on to Lewis from previous generations. Jamaica recorded 44 new COVID-19 cases, 1 death. Jamaica recorded 44 new positive COVID-19 cases yesterday and 1 death, bringing the infection total to 49,712 and total deaths to 1,034. According to reports from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the new cases is made up of 31 females and 13 males within the ages of 4 years old and 83 years old. These cases were recorded in St. Catherine 12, Kingston and St. Andrew 9, Clarendon 6, Westmoreland 4, Manchester 3, Portland, St. Elizabeth and St. Mary 2 each, Handover, St. James, St. Thomas and Trelawney 1 each. Dead is a 55-year-old male from St. Elizabeth. The country had 173 recoveries, bringing the total to 28,793, resulting in 19,517 active cases. Currently, 136 people are still hospitalized, 6 of which are critically ill, while 28 are moderately ill. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.